What's up, guys? The May Patreon rewards are now available. Cyclonic Rift, Jace the Mind Sculptor, and Avacyn Angel of Hope are all available through the end of the month. If you'd like to support our channel and pick up these sweet proxies, you can do so at patreon.com/itresolves or by clicking the link in the description below. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Yes, we're giving in and we're trying Boros Cyclers. No, I'm not super excited about this list. I've talked about it a lot. I don't think it's all that powerful, but for the sake of science, we're going to try it. Also, before we jump into this and I kind of give you a rundown of the deck, I just want to mention you'll see we've got new proxies cycling down below us. As of today, those are available through the month of May. So if you're interested in picking any of those up, you can go to patreon.com/itresolves. The link is just down below as well, and pick those up. Really sweet lineup this time. We've got Cyclonic Rift, we've got Jace the Mind Sculptor, and Avacyn. Really strong cards. So very excited about that, but let's jump into the deck. Okay, so here's what this deck is looking to do. It's looking to cycle a bunch of stuff. It's looking to ideally cycle Yidaro so it can get it out very quickly and win the game. That would be awesome. Now, backup plans. We've got the Valiant Rescuer as a great way to spit out a bunch of 1/1s. We've got the little Stinger here. So this one deals 1 damage to the opponent every time you cycle a card. Obviously, that's the point. So that's pretty good. And we also have this guy to kind of keep us alive, the Drannith Healer. Every time you cycle, you gain a life, so it's kind of the reverse of the Stinger. And in combination, like if we have all of these cards out, we can do a lot of stuff, and that's very cool. Flourishing Fox here is a really interesting one as well. It comes out very early, so it's a great turn 1 play. Later in the game, you just cycle it away, but if you get this out early and start cycling, you can get some 1/1 counters on it, and ideally, maybe, you know, get somewhere with that. The rest of the deck is removal and cycling. So cycling. This one technically not cycling, but it does give us a way to clear the board a little bit and then draw into more stuff if we need to. Justice Strike, a really good removal spell for this deck. 2 mana, instant speed, deal damage equal to its power to itself. So you can really kill a lot of stuff with this. One thing I will note, it does not kill things like the green elemental 5/6. I can't remember the name, but anything with less power than toughness, it's a problem with this card. But that's where Zenith Flare comes in. So for every cycling card in our graveyard, this kind of goes up a tick. So you deal X damage to any target and gain X life, where X is the number of cards with cycling ability in your graveyard. Obviously, the plan is to have a lot of those, and so this can actually do a lot of damage. Not to mention, it can just hit face if we need it to, which is really good. It also deals with planeswalkers quite well. Rooting Moloch is a really good cycler as well in this deck, mostly because it gives something... if I'm not mistaken, until the next turn. Oh, okay. No, this is not the card I was thinking of. This is the cycling guy that gives first strike to something, which is very good if we've got something like a rescuer out, because obviously this dies a lot. But giving it first strike just means it can win in combat a little bit more. This guy, great cycler. Unpredictable Cyclone, great cycler. And then obviously our finisher here. Now, as far as the lands go, we've got 4 Fabled Passage, 4 Temple of Triumph, 4 Sacred Foundry, and then 4 and 4 on the mountains and the plains. So that's what we're looking at. Do I have high hopes for this deck? No, not really. But for the interest of science, we're gonna try it. I mean, look, I do think it does some cool stuff. So that's not the issue. The issue is, I think it's way too slow. That being said, the Zenith Flare can do some major work. And that's, you know, worth keeping in mind. Weirdly, I think we keep this because we've got 2 Yidaros. I don't like that we don't have any white here, but our hand is mostly red. And again, we're cycling like a ton, so we'll see what we get. We can also just cycle away this healer. Let's cycle it away right now. Another Yidaro. Well, that's actually not bad for us. We'll pass you. This is instant speed, so any of our removal here is going to be pretty good at instant speed to deal with whatever they've got. Ooh. So glad. So glad we get to do this. Yep, let's kick butt. I'm going to put the Cyclone on the bottom and draw. We need more land, so I think that's worth it. Yeah. Let's play out this. Let's enter it tapped, and we'll pass. Glad we got to deal with that, though. That thing is a pain if we don't. Let's go ahead and cycle one of these guys. Put it back in our deck, shuffle. See what we get here. Not ideal, but that's okay. Surprisingly, we are very close to getting a Yidaro out, which is great. Whoops. Let's do this. We'll get a white. It's not going to matter, I don't think, too much. And I think here we're going to play the Stinger and then cycle. Whoops. Getting a no response here. Hold on one second. There we go. Let's play this out so we can at least start dealing a little bit of damage here. And then we'll cycle this guy away. And that's a good one. So next turn we can play the Rescuer and then cycle something else. So we'll get a damage off, we'll get a 1/1, and we can start hopefully pressuring the Royal Scions a little bit. I'm not super worried about the life total as much. Obviously that's important, but we kind of have to deal with the Royal Scions. That's a pretty big card to leave on the field. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, by the way. We're doing a lot of recording ahead, or at least trying to record ahead, which is nice. It's great to be in a position where we're fortunate enough to have the time to plan ahead a little bit. That's also quite good. I'm going to play this out. I think I'm actually supposed to Justice Strike. I don't like this, but I'm going to Justice Strike this just so I can threaten the Planeswalker here. That feels really bad, so maybe that's incorrect, but we do have to keep this from ulting. And now next turn we've got, quite a bit of gas to get a bunch of stuff done, which is great. And again, we're not as worried about their life total at the moment. Certainly that's going to be on our radar very, very soon, but the point now is just to keep this from ulting. 0-4, huh? We'll hold off. So let's... They've got one... Yeah, let's cycle this bad boy. One more Yidaro and we actually do get there, which is pretty cool. So we can give something first strike. That doesn't really matter. Let's just do this. Is this only the first time each turn? Yeah. I'm a little worried to attack because if they just have an opt, they kill this, which feels really bad. So I'm actually not going to attack here. Don't know if that's correct, but we'll find out. Oh, goodness. Yep, do the thing. Still no instants or sorceries there for him. Okay, there they go. So maybe it would have been okay to attack in. I just don't know. That feels bad. Yep. Sure. All right, well. I'm gonna play it out again. Kind of have to. If they just have a counter spell or something, that's gonna suck. Yeah, let's do this. I mean, I don't don't like this, but we gotta do it. We're gonna hold on to this so we can cycle on their turn. That is the plan. Yep.
What is my strategy?
This is what I'm talking about, though. Like, yeah, we got a lot of 1/1s. Cool. 1/1s are really great, but you don't get enough 1/1s to truly make it work. Now, we are against a deck with a lot of burns, so, you know, there's some consideration there. But I'm just saying, in general, I don't think that this is enough. Yidaro is great, because now we do have a pretty big threat. But, I mean, they're going ham with some counters here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they just win. And that's what I'm talking about. I just don't think this deck is quite fast enough. But we're going to do the fair thing. We're going to give it the full 2 videos, 6 games in total. We're going to go through 2 more in this one. And we'll see how it goes. I just don't... I don't know. Something about this deck doesn't feel right to me. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the best thing. But we'll see. All right. What do we got? What do we got? Not a whole lot going on right now. But we're going to try it. 2 Yidaros is quite nice. Looks like we're up against the sacrifice deck. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. We'll try the Flourishing Fox kind of thing. And see if we can get there. Yep. This card is annoying. Okay. Let's do this. So here's my thing. Should we play the healer out? I kind of think we should. This might be wrong. I don't know. But I kind of want to try it. I know we're holding off on counters here, and we could have gotten an attack in. I don't think it would have been all that worth it, considering they've got the Witch's Oven anyway. So they can just sacrifice this after blocking to mitigate that damage. This is fine. This actually makes it easier for us to kill the Scorpion, which is kind of weird. But looks like they're not going to attack. Okay. Ugh. Actually, I guess technically we should be doing this first, right? Let's get some triggers. Yes, we could Justice Strike this. I don't think it's worth it. Now that we have a second one, it might be, but we're not obviously there yet. I'm going to keep that on top. The reason being, this is a creature-heavy deck, obviously. We're going to need some removal. I do know that they have the Witch's Oven. I do know they can sacrifice in response, but forcing them to do so and then getting in a good attack seems like not a bad way to go. That's frustrating. But again, that's why we have the Fire Prophecy. Please don't kill this. Please don't kill this. If we could deal with the Mayhem Devil, we might be okay. This card is stupid good, though. Before they get another Witch's Oven, we're going to need to deal with that. We've got plenty of ways to do it, thankfully, but... see what they do. I assume they just sack and response, deal 1 to us. Yep. But that does get the Mayhem Devil off the table. That is very, very key for us. Okay. Let's get this down. We'll scry here. I'm going to say no to that, but I don't know if that's right. 4 mana is pretty good for us because, you know, we've got a lot of things to do with only 4 mana. But I don't know. Smart of them, by the way, to sacrifice not only to deal the damage, excuse me, but it also gets us away from cycling away a card with the Fire Prophecy. Might have been a smarter idea to Justice Strike, but I don't actually think it mattered all that much. Sure. Obosh is quite good indeed. We can double Justice Strike it if we need to. Well, I wish that did something. Unfortunately, it does not. Let's do this first. See what we get. All right. Well, that's a card. I think I'm gonna play this out here. We could Justice Strike the Scorpion, but I don't really think that's what our priority is right now. Not gonna attack. We really just need to get some more stuff in our graveyard. Like, this going to our graveyard is gonna be helpful for us, just for the Zenith Flare, if nothing else. This is actually great for us in a really weird way, because now we can kill Obosh. We couldn't before. I mean, we could, but we would have been doubling up. Now we literally just need one Justice Strike to kill it, which is kind of nice. I like that. If they swing in, we're going to be taking a big hit here, but I'm actually not too upset about it. Okay. A very big hit. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then they are out of gas. This is a lot, but I'm going to take it. Feels bad. Oh, crap. It deals... Ugh. I threw it. Whoops. That was my bad. Literally, it says on the card it deals double the damage. That was dumb. All right, moving on. Yeah, that was dumb. That was a huge mistake. It is what it is. I don't know if we could have dug out of that. We had the Justice Strike for the Obosh, which would have been great, but in general, I don't know if we could have dug out of that. Yeah, we'll keep. This is just mono red, yeah. So the thing I don't like about this is all of the cards that have cycling, most of the cards that have cycling are also cards that you kind of just want to play in general. I'm gonna block here. Maybe incorrect, don't know, but we're gonna try it. Let's put a healer out. Here's my thought process. If we keep 1-for-1ing their stuff, it's gonna burn them out sooner than it's gonna burn us out, and we've got Zenith Flare. So like if we trade creatures, for instance, that buffs Zenith Flare. Now here they've got Shock, that's fine. It means it's good we did not overinvest in the Fox in particular. Whoops. Let's do this. Kind of just need to get more creatures out, so that way if they do have a removal, it can only target one. Which they do. And they got a champion. So if they attack all, I'm just going to block here. Yep. Cool. Yep. It's actually not the worst thing for us, but it's also not good. Okay. Kind of want to Zenith Flare this, but I don't know that that's correct. I kind of don't think it is. Let's play you out. And let's play you out. Don't 100% know what's correct here. Ooh. No, no. Okay. So 4, 5, 6, 7. That puts us down to 9. And they got a Zenith Flare. Ah, we can't attack, right? Kind of wish we had just drawn a land there, because then we could have cycled something away as well and buffed up our board a little bit, as well as gain an extra life. But it is what it is. Yeah. Wow, they got a Justice Strike, so they can kill this now. Robber of the Rich, man. Such a good card. Yep. We kind of need something to actually just hit the board. I mean, we have a 4/4, but they're about to play out a Bone Crusher, I'm guessing. Oh no. Excuse me. Much worse. I mean, okay. Let's just see. Yeah, okay. This is what I'm talking about, guys. I just don't think it's good. Was that game 2? I think it was game 2. We're gonna give it one more just in case. This is what I'm talking about, though. I just don't think this deck is good enough. We'll try it one more time. Either way, it's fun to test out new stuff. Like, that's kind of where I'm enjoying this. And I will say, when you get the right plays, it's fun. The problem that I have is, like, everybody is able to kill everything that you do. I mean, you're against a control deck. Who cares? We have sweepers. You know what I'm saying? If you're against a mono red deck, they've got a million different ways to kill creatures with shocks and things like that. What do we put on the bottom? Might just be a land. So, like, there's just so much that, like, doesn't work about this deck. And maybe it's just its position in the meta right now, too. Like, maybe that's the problem, but regardless, it's just not where it needs to be. We'll keep it. It's a cycler. We kind of have, like, one more land and we'll be fine, so I'm not super worried about lands, by the way. Yeah. Let's play the healer out. And, like, in this matchup, for instance, like Fire Prophecy, Zenith Flare, you cannot target a creature with Zenith Flare. Like, you just shouldn't. And here, we get all of our stuff stolen because Claim the Firstborn hits almost everything in our deck. Like, that's I think, my, not frustration, but I just think what's not good about this deck is that it has everything almost is, like, a bad matchup. Let's Fire Prophecy this. May have been incorrect to cycle, I don't know, but I'm kind of just trying to get up on the Zenith Flare. Yep. We'll see what we can do. I feel like I kind of have to trade off with this, which feels terrible, but like, I don't know what else. Okay, they're not even going to attack with it. That's interesting. I guess they can just sacrifice here and kill it if they want. And now they've got card draw on the field also, which is bad for us. Yeah, you're going to kill this. Like nothing, like this just feels terrible in this matchup. Like all of these feel like really not good. No reason to do it right this second. They've got backup upon backup of the food tokens, so we can't even like get rid of this and then make them, you know. Yep. A stall tactic, and this isn't gonna work because now they sacrifice here. Ugh, this is bad. This just feels bad. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. Let's get planes out. All right. Well, we have all the mana in the world, so, at least for this deck. So, if there is a case where we just draw Cycler after Cycler, you know, we could crawl back in. Like Yidaro into Yidaro into Yidaro would be really sweet. But I doubt that's ever going to happen. Justice Strike, not good. Again, I'm just stalling. That's literally all this is. At least now it lands. Mistake on my end to target that the first time with the Zenith Flare, by the way. That was technically incorrect. Nope, nope. See, and like, the only thing that kills this in our deck is, well, excuse me, there are 6 cards in our deck that kill this, as in 6 copies of everything. There are 4 copies of Zenith Flare that sometimes kill this, and then there are 2 Fire Prophecies. And this is the big backbone of the deck. We're just cycling everything. There's no point, I don't think, in doing anything other than that. And there's our land. Alright. I am out. There is no way. Yep. That is 3 losses for Boros Cyclers. I'm sure I misplayed a good bit, and I know, I mean, we just talked about one with the Zenith Flare. However, I don't think that's the big problem with this deck. Not to push blame anywhere else, I just don't think this deck is all that good. I think given some better plays on my end, we could have at least maybe gotten 1 or 2 wins, but I just don't think, in Standard right now, I don't think it has the legs. We'll give it another shot. We'll give it a fair test and just see. You know, we'll give it 3 games, see how it goes, but I just don't have high hopes, guys. Regardless, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure, again, to check out our Patreon for those new proxies if you're interested in those. We're really excited about them. I think they look and turned out really, really nicely. So if you're interested, please check that out. But regardless, I will see you guys hopefully very, very soon in the next gameplay video.